and then I'm milking a cow, and all of a sudden that hind leg came forward.
He smacked you in the head? She smacked you in the head.
Knocked me over into a muddy ditch. There was a man at the house come to see my dad. He's a judge. He's from
He was a country judge for over about LaBelle.
yeah, LaBelle, yeah.
Had a white linen suit on.
That's
That's what I
right.
used to tell him.
And that damn cow kicked me and knocked me over. I got him. I was a mess. I was a mess. I walked up and he saw me and says, "Well, what happened to you?" And I told him. He says, "Well, son, you got to teach that cow who's boss." I said, "The cow is the boss." He says, "Here, let me show you." He goes out there. It's right where I was. Got a bucket. He goes, "See, you just got to bang." I looped right in a ditch full of mud.
In his white suit.
In a white Palm Beach suit.
That's funny.
And he got up and he just kicked that damn cow. I'm afraid to kill it.
Yeah, that's funny. So he was a judge from where? Alva?
LaBelle.
LaBelle.
Uh-huh.
The judge from LaBelle.
Well, did you laugh? Did you laugh, Bill?
I didn't dare.
No.
I'm over there. I'm choking.
How old were you? About 10?
No, he had to be a little. You had to be a little older than that to milk.
Oh yeah, I was
about 12 or 13.
I'm about
14. Well, when did
13 or 14, somewhere in that range. Yeah.
You know what that is?
Oh, go ahead.
This was within what's now the city limits of Fort Myers, but it was all vacant lots. There was just the roads weren't even paved, streets weren't.
Yeah.
But the sidewalks had been poured with concrete, so they had sidewalks, but everything else was weeds growing up, you know. And his dad got a chance to buy this house. It wasn't even finished, but he had to finish it up.
Yeah.
And they moved into it, and there were vacant lots all around, and nobody
It was an entire platted subdivision. There was streets and there were sidewalks all through
But
it.
no homes.
Yeah.
The streets weren't paved.
I thought they were.
But
No, they weren't.
made oyster shell. But anyhow,
But the sidewalks were made out of concrete,
Yeah.
cheap concrete. They were,
yeah.
but anyway,
Well, I learned something about that. The concrete sidewalk. We went out and we wanted to cook out. So we went a block down there and got a bunch of old dead wood, dead sticks, and
I gotta go get some.
built this little fire right in the middle of that sidewalk. And what I didn't realize was that sidewalk, if you built a fire on top of it, it would get the bitch blow up. And so then, man, boom,
Wow.
man, it threw hot stuff all over me.
Damn.
Yeah.
What streets are in PalmLee Park today? What are the name of the streets that are in PalmLee Park?
Yeah.
It's off McGregor?
Huh?
It's off McGregor? PalmLee Park?
PalmLee Park is just south of the Fort Myers Golf Course.
Okay.
Yeah. 2 blocks south of there.
Okay.
It's a whole big subdivision. I mean, about 4 or 5 blocks. Yeah. And the streets were there, but they were just graded out street.
Right.
They poured all the sidewalks already. And it was just putting sidewalks all over.
So you grew up there, and was it cleared lots or was it all woods? Was it all pine flatwood?
Huh?
Was it all pine flatwood yet, or did they clear all the lots out? The lots, were they cleared out, ready for building?
No, they had been originally, but had been grown up in weeds and stuff, and just little bushes going on.
So it was a good place to play.
We had a 2-story house, all wooden, a frame house, and it had a driveway right beside the house, and that's where we were living then, yeah. And it was, other than that, the whole subdivision was vacant. That's why we had a cow and chickens and stuff like that. It was like it was like being completely out in the middle of the woods.
Right.
Except there was some sidewalks here. Yeah.
Yeah. What street was it on? Do you remember?
Maxine Street.
Maxine Street.
Maxine Street.
So you must have grown up in playing in the woods, right?
Yeah.
So I remember when you told me about walking from your house up by where Fort Myers High School was. It wasn't there yet. You walked up there and you went down by Manuel's Branch, and then you went over to Thomas Edison's place.
Well, I was up on Manuel Branch, my longtime buddy Tom Burgess lived there, right there, and
Manuel's Branch, Tom Burgess.
Yeah.
You were going to tell me a story about Manuel's Branch, maybe?
Yeah. Manuel Branch was a big.
Come in. Come in. I think it's my brother.
Let me see what it is.
It's probably my brother. Might be my brother.
Oh, is it?
Could be. He's knocking on this door over here.
Oh, this one? Okay.